Oh, good morning. We are up and kind of dressed and just about to get ready to start going out. You'll have to excuse the wet hair. I didn't have time to do that or a video. It was one or the other. But I did think I would show you the knitting that I managed to get done yesterday very quickly before we go out. Some of these videos are going to be a little bit shorter while I'm away, just because we are like kind of a bit busy doing stuff and I don't want to get in the way of everybody. But there we go. That is the sleeve I started yesterday before I realised I'd forgotten to bring my other colour. So yeah, we managed to do quite a bit last night and then had to stop. So I will be carrying on with the crochet for the rest of this trip. But that's not a problem. I'm really excited about this pattern. I'm looking forward to it. So I think I've got a bruise coming on my hand. We were changing Mum's headlight yesterday and one of the phones, we were using it as a torch and it dropped into the car and I was wedging my hand in trying to get it. I think I've bruised it. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But yes, I did a little more crochet. It's taking a while because this yarn is so fine. So I appreciate every update doesn't look like a lot's happened, but we are starting to get the textures coming through and I don't know whether this light's going to show it. Sorry, phone rang. So yes, we've got kind of some of the textures coming through, but this is my favourite bit and I don't think it's going to properly show on this camera, but I'm really excited to see how this fabric's going to work up. I think it's going to be really cool. And also just the colours as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these colours start to form because it's a slight tonal on this yarn, so I'm very excited for that. But we need to get into Advents. So we are on, what day are we on? The 9th. We're on the 9th. And we've just escaped the Wogs. Beorn's hospitality. Oh, I always forget about Beorn, which I don't really think is fair because he's a very good character, but I do forget about him. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what colours this is. Oh yeah, we've got some more. Oh, I really like this actually. This is quite a mixture. This is quite a mixture of colours. So we've got some greens, of course. We've got some greys. We've got a lot of different kinds of greens as well as some kind of more yellowy, olivey tones. But then you've got some darker. Oh no, I quite like this actually. Oh, that's going to make a beautiful fabric. Oh, I can see it now. That's going to look so lovely when it's knit out. But this had to be a little bit fresher, a little bit more alive, because obviously that's kind of who Beorn is. He has all the all the creatures, and he has the love for all the finer living creatures. So I knew it had to be something like that, but I am really looking forward to seeing how that works out. That's going to make such a lovely speckly fabric. Oh, I can't wait to knit these. Oh, that's going to be really nice, really nice. But yes, we're going to put it back in its door so that I don't get them all mixed up, and then I can have them all out properly when I get home. Right. And then my chocolate. I've just said what day it is. What day is it? The 9th. It's the 9th. Oh, this one's ripping off in little bits. And today we have a little bird. Little bird. But yes, I think there will definitely be some more yarn work going on today. So I'll be doing some more crocheting and Mum will be doing some more knitting. It's the pattern that she's doing, it's going to look lovely, but having to translate the gauge swatch into back and forth into rows rather than rounds took every ounce of brain power I had last night. I definitely had a concentration face going on. But we managed, and I think I think now that I've figured out one, the rest should come fairly easily. So it should be a very nice gauge swatch once it's done, and the sweater will be very nice once she's finished that, of course, as well. But yes, sadly I will have to rush off here because that was what that phone call was. We are just about ready to start heading off and going about for the day. So I will check back in later. I'm trying to figure out, my hair has been rained on quite a lot today, so it's just doing whatever it wants right now. But yes, this was our last full day up here. We're going back home tomorrow, and we did make an unexpected visit today. Went to one of my absolute favourite places in the world, Black Sheep Wools, because it's not too far from where we are. But I was sulking a little bit this morning because that crochet design that I've been working on, I was looking at some bits and it wasn't quite right, and I realised I'd done some calculations wrong. So I had to pull back almost entirely to the beginning, and we were looking at about 1,400 stitches. I had to pull all the way back, so I was not a happy bunny this morning. So while we were out and about, my mum said, "Oh, should we go to Black Sheep?" Yes, please. Yes, I want to go to Black Sheep. I didn't even buy anything, but it, just being there just cheered me up. But it was very good not buying anything. I did a lot of squishing. Mum bought a couple of bits for the knitting project that she's currently doing. But no, it was very good, and I didn't buy anything. But I've spent most of this evening trying to get back on my crochet project, which in fairness I've pretty much got back to the point I was at this morning when I started pulling back, which is quite a relief because I don't feel like I've lost days of work there. I feel like I've only lost a day, so it's not too painful, but I know that I want to get it right, because obviously, it's my own design and I'm hoping to get it tested and, out on sale. So I know it's got to be right, but it's still painful. It's still painful to pull back that many stitches. So I'm not back at square one, but I got very close to being back at square one. And then we had a good old Carvery this evening, which again, you can't be sad if you've got a Carvery in front of you. So no, it's been a nice day. We've gone about and we've seen some people, and I've got it back to where I was. So yes, I've still got today's reading to do. Haven't done that yet, so I will be doing that in bed as a wind down for bed. And I'm hoping it doesn't take too long actually, because we've got another long day of driving tomorrow. Not that I'm doing any driving. But it's going to be a long day on the road, and the weather has just been awful all day. It's storm Ellen we've got, so winds howling, and yeah, we've been hearing it howling around the house all night. So we're hoping that it's not too bad for travelling in the morning, but we will see. But it does mean I get to go home and have penny cuddles tomorrow, and extra big penny cuddles for missing her birthday. So yes, it will be nice to be in my own bed, but I have had a nice weekend, and I'm gonna get on with this so that I'm not up for hours. But yes. Sorry, my mum was waving off camera there. No, she doesn't want to be on camera, but she's happy to wave to the back of the camera. There we go. So yes, I will head off and do my reading so that I can get some sleep, and I will see you probably we might be in quite a rush in the morning, so I don't know how long tomorrow morning's video will be. I might do, I'll see what happens. But yes, good night. In today's chapter, the dwarves and Bilbo make it to Beorn's house. They actually stay a couple of days. In the film, they only stay just the one night, but they're there for a couple of days actually. But it does seem that the film did very well with the general atmosphere around Beorn's house, with all the living creatures and the bees and just the abundance of life that seems to be around Beorn's house. He blows a little more hot and cold in the book. In the film, he just seems to just be grumpy and that's it. But in the book, he does seem to have some good moods as well. And he does say that he's not over fond of dwarves, but the film did perfectly the dwarves introduction in 2x2x2. But he makes the hobbits some food and eventually sends them on their way towards Mirkwood. Gandalf does say he's going to be leaving the party, and they get to Mirkwood and they send the ponies back. They had to borrow some ponies off him because the goblins took theirs in the tunnels. So they send the ponies back to Beorn's, and they are about to enter Mirkwood. Beorn's given them the same advice that he does in the film: stay on the path and do not touch the water. So they've just refilled all of their water skins outside the forest, and they're getting ready to venture in.